how to stop being afraid showing up online. And it's a hot topic.
Yeah.
It's a hot topic. And I want to give some context. But before we dive in, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, friends on the internet. How are you today? How is it going? I got some new running shoes yesterday, which was really exciting. I feel the need to share this with you because listen, I know you're supposed to switch out your running shoes that you use like every 6 months. And the ones that I've been using, I've had for like years. And because of the vid and all of the things, I'd been walking like a crazy amount with my kids. And my knees were hurting. And I was like, I'm getting old. This is unacceptable. And then I was like, wait, I might just need new running shoes. So luckily, Sport Check delivers. And they actually delivered pretty quick. It was like 24 hours.
Well, that's actually exciting. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, thank you.
I got something new yesterday too.
What'd you get? I bet they weren't running shoes.
They were not running shoes. I got a propane outdoor fireplace for our deck because we've been spending more time outside and there's a fire ban on. And there's something about sitting around a fire that I find very soothing with the kids.
Propane, say that again, from Wayfair? Because I saw it on Wayfair and I was going to buy it. Yeah.
I'll send you the one I got. It's so good. It's like this, it's like 5 feet long.
Oh,
and
that's not what I saw.
It's beautiful. Well, there's different models, but this one's big and it's cement and it connects to your propane tank. And so basically the propane tank goes in and you turn it on and you get, it's like a fire table, but it's smokeless. There's no wood, there's no danger. It's just a contained, lovely turn on a campfire.
Send me the link because I also have like a nice backyard setup and I am a single white female. I feel the need to say it.
Yes, you are.
And I am petrified of having a fire because I'm gonna having nighttime anxiety that I like didn't properly put it out, and then my house is gonna catch on fire and it's gonna burn down and we're all gonna die.
Yep. Let's not do that.
So yeah, that's exciting.
I'm excited. I feel like that's just like an incentive to stay home and feel good in the evening and hang out.
I thought about that too, although I did not put my patio furniture, like my outdoor couch table. There's an echo, people are saying. That's because, thank you, Melissa, I did not put these guys in because I was like, I wonder if we could get away without me wearing these, but clearly we cannot. So please hold.
Clearly we cannot get away with that.
1 second. They are connected. Laura, talk. I guess maybe she can't say words.
Oh, I can say words now.
You say words?
Oh.
Yeah, okay, you're in my ears. Yes, better?
Amazing. Yep.
Okay. Anywho, I did not put away the couch cushions or any of the like outdoor couch furniture from the winter. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I need to Google how to clean it now and like make it proper so that it's.
Or just order new cushions.
No, they're good. They're like, like quality. I feel like they're actually fine. They're waterproof. Like they're totally waterproof.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah. I feel like I just need to like flip them over.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Either order new or flip them over. There's no
not ordering new. They were like, they were pricey. Anywho, I feel like do you want to share the win? And I feel like our little morning banter segues perfectly into the topic today.
It really is. Okay. So our win today is a little bit different because there are wins that come before making sales. There are wins that come before you actually start enrolling clients and making money. And a lot of people do not celebrate these wins or don't even necessarily recognize them as wins. And so one of the things we do with our clients is we celebrate all the wins, every single thing that is achieved on the way to enrolling clients and having that business is celebrated. So this win is from actually one of our brand new clients. So her name is Erin, and she has been a client since April 9th. So brand new. And I read this and I was like, oh, this is such a good share because it's so indicative of the type of success you can have if you stop being afraid and actually just show up and do the things. So Erin works with supporting kids with pandas using nutrition. And so she says, I started this Facebook group to support them. I was indecisive about like taking the leap, joining 10K, building a business, but I knew this would be my niche if I did. Now I'm just beginning and I've gained 55 organic members in the Facebook group and have just put 2 members of the group on a call list for beta testing once my program is rolling. And she
Yeah.
says, is this even real life?
That's
So
amazing.
congratulations, Erin. You should be very proud.
I want to give her a double shout out because she's showing up in Basecamp, which is our project management platform, which is where we personally interact with every single one of our clients. We do it in the Facebook group, but we also have a way that we monitor you and hold you very heavily accountable. And she's asking all the questions. She's like, how do I phrase this? And how do I phrase this? And what do I say here? And should I do it to the moms? Like, she's asking so that she can be as clear and succinct and authoritative in her messaging as possible, which is amazing because we love when our clients ask us questions. They think they're annoying us, but they're not.
Yes. Yes.
We love it because that shows us that they're engaged and they're committed and that they want to learn. They want to learn how to do it the right way so they don't mess it up. So that's amazing. Congrats, Erin. That's awesome. So today we are talking about shift number 3 in your marketing. We started on Monday by talking about, so if you haven't watched Monday's live yet, I highly recommend that you go back and watch it. Those of you on Instagram, hello friends on Instagram, you can go into the Take Your Health Practice online Facebook group and go into the video section and you can watch all of these trainings that we have. I would go back and start on Monday. And so on Monday, we talked about marketing the old way and what that looks like and how and why doing those very old school self-promotion tactics, that's not actually marketing, and B, why it doesn't work anyway. And so what we're talking about this week are all the shifts that you should be wanting to make in your business so that your marketing actually works versus you spending all of this time, money, and energy, money because you've hired other people to do things for you, like your website or like setting up the tech of your funnel. Those things don't translate into clients. What translates into clients is marketing. What translates into clients is your ability to show up as you are and utilize your professional training and your personal experience and who you are in all of your hot mess glory, and build an audience based around that. We know that practitioners and coaches have a very, very, very hard time being themselves on the internet. And we know this because this is one of the biggest barriers to success, is being able to use their personal experience and literally their persona, who they are, as part of their marketing machine content. And which is why we literally do the marketing for you, which is why we give you the templates and the scripts and the feedback and the checking and the reviewing and the coaching so that you can't mess it up. And also so that we push you to step outside of your comfort zone and show up as the leader and the coach. And one of the questions we often get, which was actually something we spoke about this week in our coaching call, was imposter syndrome. And I just want to talk a little bit about that. And then Laura will go into some strategies to actually get over the fear. But we get asked a lot, I feel like an imposter. I'm so nervous to show up. I'm afraid, whatever that is, imposter syndrome, feeling like a fraud. And there's really two reasons for that. The first reason is because you are not behaving in a way or thinking in a way that you're preaching. Your
Yes.
personal actions and thoughts are incongruent with the recommendations you're giving. Therefore, you feel, rightfully so, like a fraud. Like you are not following your own advice. You are not doing the things that you are telling other people to do. And therefore, because you want to be in integrity and you're not, it feels yuck in your body, and therefore imposter fraud. That's reason number one. I'm not saying it with judgment. It's the truth. Some people are not doing what they know they should be doing for whatever reason, but they're telling other people to do it, right? It would be like, for example, if I never woke up at 5 a.m., if I never had a morning routine, because I talk often about how my morning routine is one of the key foundations to my success. Like hands down, since 2012, I haven't been waking up at 5 every day because during this situation, I know I need a little bit more sleep, but I'm honest about it, right? I'm not pretending like 100% my morning routine's on point. It's not. And then the other reason is because you mistakenly assume that you actually need to be perfect and know everything in order to help people, which is not true. The more perfect you are, the less relatable and relevant you become. So you don't want to be perfect. You need to be honest about your imperfections and where you're struggling in a very leadership style way. And also knowing the 10% rule, right? Where you only need to be 10 steps ahead of where your ideal client is. I'm not going to teach people how to build an 8-figure business because I've not done that yet, right? Yet. But I can teach people how to build a multi 7-figure business because I've done it. I know the steps to take. Just like you probably can't teach people something you haven't experienced yet or aren't trained in, because male gynecologists, right? So you don't have to personally have gone through it, but you have to have some level of skill to be able to guide people through it. And you thinking that you need to have all of the answers and do everything right is stopping you from showing up. So those are the two reasons why someone would feel afraid, is because you're being incongruent and you're out of integrity with your own thoughts and behaviors, or you're under the false impression that you need to be perfect and know everything, which is not true. And therefore you're not showing up and just being yourself. I want you to think about the people that you follow. Why do you follow them? Why do you follow them? Tell me in the comments, whether you're on Instagram watching or your Facebook, why do you follow the people that you follow? And I really want you to think about the characteristics of why. That will help you to frame your brand, your persona, so that you are also followable, right? Have you given any thought to being followable? Right? Why would someone follow you? Why would someone choose to spend their time watching you, paying attention to your content, listening to you, and giving you relevancy and giving you influence, right? If you have no one that follows you, you cannot be influential. You cannot be relevant. So, male gyno just killed that dead for me. Thanks. You're welcome.
Awesome.
Also, let's talk about oncologists.
Yeah.
Right? To be an oncologist doesn't mean you have to have had cancer. Right?
Solid point. Yes.
Yeah. So why do you follow people? Think about all of the things that the reasons why you follow anybody. And right? And so, okay, so online, so on Instagram, to learn something from them and maybe more. Yeah. And because you seem real, that you believe in me, thank you. Okay, right? So I want you to think about why you would follow someone, and write it down. Are they funny? Are they personable? Do they teach you in a way that you can learn? Like, do you like looking at them for the fashion?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Are they, do they have the sense of humor that you like? Do they talk to you about things that make you feel better about yourself? Like, why do you follow anybody? Right?
Also,
Yeah.
what might even be easier for you guys? Why do you stop following people?
Mm.
Right? Like sometimes it's easier to identify why you don't like people than why you like them. It's like, is it because they're too perfect? Is it because all they ever do is show you like their perfect life and their perfect microgreen salad and their personal trainer and their hair's always done? And after a while, that's annoying. I don't know about you guys.
It seems unattainable. They're glossy,
Yes.
makeup
Yes.
face. And maybe, and again, that resonates with some and
Yes.
not with others.
Yes.
Right? Because of personality.
Mm-hmm.
So, as an example, I don't follow beauty people. I don't do that. It's totally not an interest of mine. Right? It's totally not an interest. And anyone, even from like a business coaching or whatever perspective, I have a hard time relating to if they come across as either too bro and too superficial for me, like the cars, the money, the outfits, the this, the da 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 da, whatever. I'm like,
Yes.
I can't. Or if they're super preachy, like
Yes.
I can't.
Yeah.
Like, shut it down, sister. You know, like,
Yes.
let's just be real here. Right.
Yeah.
So I want you to really think about why you follow people, and to Laura's point, why you stop following people, and are you emulating the characteristics that you enjoy in your brand? Are you emulating that with your own personality? Right? So do you maybe want to share a little bit about personalizing your marketing content and the characteristics that anyone is looking for in order to deem them relevant, deem them influential, deem them as being a leader?
Absolutely. So personalizing your marketing content is, as far as I am concerned, like this is the fun part about marketing. This is the cool part about living in the age that we live in, where marketing encompasses so many different aspects of you and your business and your life, right? Because people don't exist in a vacuum. And so when you are showing up as your brand, you are showing up as you in your whole life. And all of the things that make you relatable and different and interesting and fun, and somebody who should have authority and who should have leadership, because you're not just this one-dimensional character talking about eating green vegetables, right? Like the information that exists in the interwebs at this point in the game is pretty much all encompassing, right? Like we all know the kind of basic things of how we should do and how we should be, and we can find out if we don't know it immediately. But when you find somebody that you want to work with, it's likely because yes, they know what they're talking about and they show up and they're confident and they're there and they're talking about all of these things that we've been teaching you for the past like 3 weeks over and over and over. But the connection is there because of all of these other things that exist within that person, their hobbies, their family, how their sense of humor, like how funny you are in the way that other people interpret that, right? Like for me, if I'm following somebody who has my sense of humor, which is kind of sarcastic, also kind of like silly, I'm immediately like, ha, I get you. I like what you're saying. Say more of that to me, right? If you have a hobby that I like, if you like shoes and are like showing me all of your fancy shoes alongside of teaching me business or teaching me about nutrition, I'm like, oh, cool. Say more. You're like me. I want to learn from you. I like you, right? Like there's all sorts of things about you that influence people that have nothing to do with your area of expertise. And one of the things that I was taught about a year ago, I was in New York and I was attending this sales workshop, and it was really, really cool. And there was this one thing that spoke to me. It was like, know, like, and trust, right? Know, like, and trust are the three things that you need to garner if you would like to work with somebody. Which one is the most important? And about, I would say 60% of the room said trust. And that was actually dead wrong. There is a lot of trustworthy people out there, you guys. There's a lot of people that you can trust to help you increase fertility, to help you lose weight, to help you get over menopause symptoms, to help you bounce back after cancer treatment. There is a lot of trustworthy people. Do you know what the differentiating factor is now in today's marketplace? It's like. They need to
likability.
like you. And that doesn't come from just expertise at all.
And people always say, you know, practitioners and coaches always say, well, there's so many other people doing what I do. And there's so many, you know, free pieces of content and free this and free that. And what's going to set me apart? And over and over and over again, I'm like, your personality, your brand, your quirks, your goofiness, your silliness, your hobbies. That's what's going to set you apart. Because here's the truth. Would you pay someone $10,000 if you couldn't stand them?
I hope not.
Right? Like, would you pay someone $10,000 if you had to choose between two people? Let's just put it this way, okay? You had a problem and you had to choose between two people. One who you didn't like, who was cold and inauthentic and stoic and like very smart and knew stuff, right? And then you had someone who was also very smart and knew things, but you adored them and they made you laugh and you liked them and you admired them and they were funny and you could relate to them and they told stories and they were like a little embarrassing, but not too embarrassing. And you're like, she's super funny or he's funny and I get her and she gets me and I feel like we're besties, even though we've never met.
Yep.
Which one would you work with?
I have a story.
The same. Go ahead.
I have a story. It always, I feel like, helps when we take it out of this context and put it into a different context.
Yes.
So I bought a new car about 2 months ago. Fairly substantial purchase, right? SUV, big vehicle, still scares me to drive it. Thank God we're stuck at home and I don't have to. But we went to one dealership and I had the car that I wanted. I knew what I wanted to get. The family went, I had my kids. We were probably looking a little rough around the edges. It was Saturday. Kids were crazy. I had ripped jeans on, didn't wash my hair. We go in, the sales guy there who had the car that I wanted there in the dealership. And I was pretty much ready to be like, okay, let's sign, let's go. Was not likable. He was very brash. He took one look at us. I told him what we were looking for. He was like, I have used minivans. I was like, thanks, no. And then we proceeded to continue asking questions. He knew the answers, but he was dismissive and like he knew better and all of these things. And we were like, okay, cool, bye. We'll be back. And we left and I said, let's just go to one other place. And so we walked into this other dealership where the man who greeted us was absolutely lovely. He was speaking my language. He was like, you know, got the kids a juice box, took them over here, was telling stories about his grandchildren. I was like, oh, we're similar. I like you. I get you. And he was like, here, you know what I think would be great? This vehicle. Oh, okay. Same questions, same way the conversation could have gone. But because I liked this man better, I was like, nope, we're not going to buy this car. We're actually going to do a complete 180 and we're going to go buy this car because I trust him and I like him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yep. So the question really is, I've already established why you would feel like an imposter. So if you are not practicing what you preach, then you need to get on board, right? With that. Because for sure, like, I get that. If you are, you know, trying to help, and this is not a judgment, this is a reality. This is in no way a judgment. I am far from perfect. So if you are trying to I don't know, help people with stress, and you are not utilizing your own strategies, then of course it's going to be really hard for you to get online and preach the strategies. So don't. Talk about how you've even fell off your own wagon because of the times, because it is very stressful, and you're finding it hard to do all of the things. So here's what you've decided to dumb it down and teach them how you're going to get back on track and how you're going to do it. You don't have to show up as perfect. You have to tell the truth.
Yes.
Right? You have to be honest. And therefore that giving yourself permission to be honest without feeling like they're going to look at you as unprofessional, because they're not, right? It gives you the ability to now show up online, right? So going back to the list of why you follow people and why you unfollow people, and thinking about what is really stopping you from showing up online, from just hitting live on Facebook. Like if you haven't done lives, hitting live on Instagram. Why haven't you done stories? You know,
Yes.
why haven't you gone live, right? Why haven't you told your story on your personal Facebook page? Why haven't you done the things that you know that you should be doing? And if it's because you are under the false assumption that you have to be any certain way, I just want to blow that out of the water, right? Because I appreciate this and I understand this. There are pictures of me. If you Google my name, Lori Kennedy, you will find pictures of me with my coiffed hair.
Yes.
And a necklace in a blue dress, maybe a red dress with heels on, and earrings. And if you now fast forward to my branded photos now, sure, my hair is done and I have much less makeup on, but I'm in like a hoodie. You know, I'm in like a hoodie, right? And if you look at any of my Facebook lives, I look like this every day. Sometimes my hair is up, and usually one, if not two of my children make appearances. They're not making appearances this morning because they're at their father's. Right? Yep. And I know that part of the reason why people are in my community is because of the way that I am, right? It's because of the brand that I have decided. It's because I have decided what parts of my life you see, and that I play up the fact that I don't love showering, and words come out of my mouth wrong all the time. And I swear, but I do it while I teach you some good shit. Right? And I know that I have to add in the fun parts and the banter and the silliness and the goofiness, because otherwise it'd be boring AF. I don't only want to talk about business all the time, and you don't only want to hear about it either. It's boring, right? It would be boring after a while. So, you know, what gives you the ability to build the know, like, and trust factors is actually your personhood. Like literally, it's your person. It's not how much you know or how much anything, it's you. It's the quirkiness, it's the goofiness, it's the silliness, it's the fact that you read books a lot and you love documentaries, or you have ducks like Michelle, right? And or whatever it is. And it's also, let's talk about this. It's also confidence and certainty, because we haven't touched on that.
I was literally just going to say, we're going down a dangerous road, because there's a way that you guys could misinterpret this, which is really, 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 really important that you don't. So the ability for people to like you comes from you liking yourself, being certain of yourself, and not needing outside reinforcement to tell you that you're likable or good or worthy of attention. right? That is actually the opposite of a characteristic that people are drawn to and like. People like you when you show up as yourself with that complete self-awareness of this is me. This is me. And some people are really going to like me and some people are not going to like me. I know I'm too much for like 40% of the world. Like I know that. And when I was younger, that was something that definitely hampered my confidence. Like I would
Same.
find myself shrinking back because I didn't want to be too much for certain people. I didn't like hearing that feedback. But now the difference is I've learned that that's a good thing. It's a good thing that I'm too much for some people because that means I'm perfect for other people. And they're going to want to hang out with me and follow me and pay attention to the things that I'm saying. And so if you guys want to have that likability factor, you know, it's not about needing the validation. It's about knowing that you are you and you're proud to show up as you.
Yeah. And with that, I also, one of the things that stopped me for a long time, also same as Laura, was, and also too, like Laura is, it's funny because she's so smart, like so smart.
you.
Like the things that she knows like blows my mind. And we often talk about also because we're female,
Yep.
you know, and we are too much and we think we know we have really good ideas and we are leaders, right? We are like, we just take that on. That's our natural conation, right? That's how we are. That's how we function in the world, that we had to dumb ourselves down for a long time so that we didn't upset other people with our selves, like our natural way of being in the world.
So we didn't make others feel uncomfortable for not being that way.
For not being that way, because when other people aren't that way, and here's the clincher, you guys, which is why I'm giving you permission to be your glorious selves, is when you don't act as you are yourself, right? Because you don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable, you end up resenting them.
Yes.
You end up resenting them. And it ruins your relationship anyway.
Yep.
Totally. So it ruins your relationship anyway. And the other thing is when people say, and who told me this? Elizabeth Dialto, my friend who I haven't spoken to in so long, told me that when people say like, oh, you're so intimidating, it's something that they wish they had in themselves.
Yes.
It's a feature of their personality that they wish they had in themselves that's making them feel insecure.
Yep.
And the only way that they emotionally, intelligence-wise know how to put that back on you is to bring you down.
Yeah.
Because they wish that they had that in themselves. So the people that come at you and say, you're to this, you're to that, da, 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 are wishing that they were that way also.
Yeah.
And they don't have the chutzpah, the Yiddish word, to be able to be that way also, right? And so here's the thing though. Those people aren't your ideal clients. Because if they are your ideal clients, they're not going to say that they find you intimidating. They might feel like they have a little fangirling thing happening, but that's different.
Yes.
Right? That's different. That's appreciation.
They'll find you inspiring.
That's admiration. That's not intimidating, right? I did just say chutzpah, I'm Jewish. See, now she's my bestie. Right? So they will not find, your ideal clients will not find you intimidating. They will not find you brash. They will not find you any of those things. The people that find you those things are not your ideal client. They aren't going to be attracted to your persona, which is good. because you don't want to
Yes.
work with them, because the last thing that you want is for them to not know that that's who you really are, then get in your program and be like, oh my God, you swear that's so offensive.
Oof.
Can I have a refund?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So,
Yep.
right? You need to make
Yep.
sure that you confidently show up and own all of it. And, you know, that's why I talk about being highly sensitive and an empath and intuitive. And that's why I swear. And that's why I talk about my own trauma and this and that and the other thing, because I want you, I don't need you. I want you to like me so that you and I have an easier time with me helping you.
Yep.
I don't need you to like me. I don't care if you do or not. It just makes it easier on our entire working relationship if you do. Right? Whether you do or you don't, there are people that do, and that's who I'm going to focus on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so the personality, your personality and exactly who you are is a component of what makes your marketing work.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have no personality in your marketing because you're doing it the old way, because you have a work with me page that is your very clinical, very professional, devoid of personality resume, and you have this like staunch photo, and you have a work with me page that's just your blurbs, and all of your content is very clinical, educational tips and recipes, and there is nothing that demonstrates who you are as a person, they can't know you. They won't like you because you're not giving them anything to like, and you can't build rapport. And then your marketing doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because even if you just educate them, what you are doing, you're missing the two other key factors, which is them knowing you and them liking you. Which Laura said, like likability.
That's it. That's the one.
Right? So I want you to think about, right? I want you to think about the key areas of your personality that you could start sharing, right? The key things, like, for example, do you have children? Is it a shit show right now? Do you like to bake? Do you like to garden? It might not have anything to do with the problem that you solve, and that's fine. It doesn't have to, right? The fact that I don't enjoy showering, and it was funny, I said to Laura the other day, I think it was yesterday,
Yep.
I was like, and she was like, this is the best excuse for not showering I've ever heard. I was like, listen, the reason I don't shower often is because I feel like I need to save up my mental capacity for the idea explosion that happens in the shower. Every time I shower, I'm like, guess what we're going to do? And I have all of the ideas. And she's like, that's amazing. I'm like, I showered today.
I can vouch for that. Like that's actually true.
Right? And so, you know, whether now that makes you think that I'm dirty and disgusting, or you're like, that's hilarious, that's up to you.
Yep.
Right? But this is part of me and who I am. And literally, I don't like showering. It's not my favorite activity. And that doesn't mean that I don't know how to help you grow a business, though. Right? So that doesn't mean that.
Yep.
It just means this is a part of my personality, because if you are someone who believes that you need to, I was going to say have personal hygiene, but that's not.
I mean, let's not go that far.
Personal hygiene, right? But if you are someone that believes that you have to wear makeup, look perfect, have perfect this, have perfect that, you and I aren't going to get along that well. You're not going to like me. And that's cool. That's cool. It's no judgment. I'm not saying I'm right, you're wrong. I'm just saying you're not going to like me because I'm never going to show up that way. So I really, you know, Mel, my name is Mel, and I also don't love showering. Showers are overrated. Do you know how many, see, that's relatability though, right? Like that's funny. That's relatability. So yes, let's get off my personal hygiene routine. What I want to leave you with today is I want you to give yourself permission to honor who you are and play up all of the things that you're trying to hide.
Yes.
Ooh. All of the things that you're trying to hide are the reasons that people are going to like you.
If
That's
it
true.
feels uncomfortable, that means you should do it.
Yeah. Right? All of the things that you've been told over the years, you're too this, you're too that, you're whatever.
Yeah.
You're too goofy, you're too sensitive, you're too this, you're such a book nerd, you're whatever. Those are the reasons that your ideal clients are going to like you. So you should share them. All right, that's it.
That was
Yay.
good.
Good
Heather
times.
says, yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Scary. I know, right? But here's the thing. The only person's opinion that matters is your own. Even your ideal clients. And believe me, they will like you. It shouldn't be scary. It should feel like a relief.
Yes.
It
You're not
should
hiding.
feel like a relief, right? That you can show up and do a Facebook Live and be like, oh, actually just got off track. What was I saying?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It's more than fine. Michelle's saying, I love showers, but they take up too much valuable time. Like when my brain is on fire with ideas. Yep. I keep a notebook like on the floor of, not in the shower, but outside of the shower. Yeah. All right. Let's stop talking about showers. This was fun today. We hope that this was helpful. If this is scary for you, if you're like, oh man, I still need some guidance and all of that, go ahead and book a call. This is what we do with our clients. We guide you through how to take your personality and how to take your personal experiences and craft it into marketing messages that actually work. So if you would like some help, right? If you would like some help with that, go and book a call, thewbh.com/breakthrough. We do your marketing for you.
It's fun.
It is fun. We do these lives every day at around 8:30. Usually it's more like 8:45 because I'm late. Have a wonderful day, everybody. We will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.